You wake up every day and hate this job, and you know you're going to face rejection, but yet you do it anyway because you know you need a paycheck, right? How are you going to face the rejection you're going to get from representing Jesus, right? If you can't take the rejection off of a stupid sale that you're not making, right? It was a training ground. Had I had someone connect those dots to me, I would have woken up every day with a different perspective. Hey, Tyler and Joe here talking about the 4 C's of coaching and leading people well. We want to give you some of our foundational elements that we use with the Catalyst Collective in leading folks, and we're going to try and make this as simple as possible. So we're going to dive right in here. First one is we got to care about the future success of those we lead. So what does that look like for us?
That's all about knowing first, where do our interns, where do our volunteers, is anyone who's engaged with us want to go. If we don't know that, we can't be guiding them anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got to ask in order to get there, we got to ask questions.
Yeah.
So here's some questions that we ask just in talking with someone, even when we meet for the first time. And that is, and I actually got this from Maxwell and other places, given unlimited time, money, and resources, what would you do to make this world a better place?
Most everyone already knows what they would do. It might not come to mind like immediately, but they know what absolutely they care about. And you like to rephrase it in a different way, and I've kind of latched onto that. Mm-hmm. What pisses you off about this world, and what would you do to change it?
When you look at the brokenness of this world,
yeah,
right? What gets under your skin?
Yeah, I know
right?
some people that they would not know what to say for the first question, but for the second question, they know immediately, this is what I would invest my time in. I would give everything for this.
Bottom line is, when people talk about their passions, they light up. You've tapped like this oil well within them that's ready to burst. And in order to lead somebody well, you got to know what really motivates them in life. And I don't care if they are your janitor, they're doing accounting for you, if whatever their job is, that's their job. But to lead people well, you need to know what they're passionate about and care about those passions.
No, that's exactly it.
So once you've done that, that's the baseline measurement, right? The second thing you've got to do is connect the dots. So again, someone's working with you, they're on your team, and they could have all kinds of different positions, right? What we want to do is help them connect where they are today with where they want to be in the future.
Yeah, that's the old adage that champions aren't made in the ring, it's every day in the weight room. So that's the whole thing. What is the weight room for the people you're guiding? And you have to know how it's the whole wax on, wax off. How does that lead to actually guiding someone in the future to their success? I'd say one of the biggest things that I've seen for someone really doing this well is, I have a buddy named Andrew, and he wants to be a filmmaker, and how he does that, how he goes about it, is he goes and serves for free volunteers on any set he can. He's helping with the tables, getting the actors, actresses fed, so that he can network, make connections, and actually get behind the camera himself. And he actually got to film something huge in Austin recently, sending us videos from that, and it's been exciting because he was able to connect the dots all the way from serving at a table to getting behind the screen himself.
And sometimes we can do that ourselves, but a lot of times we need someone to connect those dots for us. Like for me, I spent years doing door-to-door sales, commission-only kind of stuff. Hated it. I'm an introvert. It may not seem like one when we do.
I would love to see you on my
videos.
George, Joe. Just that's a big old smiling face.
You know, every time I come across a sign, no soliciting, and I had to force my way through it to make the ask, and it sucked. It just absolutely sucked. But had I had a manager come alongside me during those days and understand that my real passion was to teach, to lead, to potentially pastor in a church, they could have said, Joe, every door you knock on, every rejection you get is training. You wake up every day and hate this job, and you know you're going to face rejection, but yet you do it anyway because you know you need a paycheck, right? How are you going to face the rejection you're going to get from representing Jesus, right? If you can't take the rejection off of a stupid sale that you're not making, right? It was a training ground. Had I had someone connect those dots to me, I would have woken up every day with a different perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with just climbing the mountain. If you were always looking at the ground, you're gonna forget the whole reason you're there. If you're only looking forward to the end, you're gonna step on every rock, cactus, walk off something. You've got to shift your gaze from top of the mountain to where you're going, back and forth, and sometimes it
Yep.
takes someone to help you alongside that.
Totally. The last two are connected together.
Mm-hmm.
The third C is consistency builds trust. Here's the deal. You got to show up in people's life, and you got to do it consistently. There's so many times where we're leading and we're saying the right things, but we're not modeling it consistently. And we live in a world where all forms of authority are distrusted.
There's no trust at all out there, and I mean we see that all over though, right?
Yeah.
I mean it's in the news, whether it's a teacher who slept with a student, it's a pastor that's become corrupt, it's police officers, whatever it is, what they're seeing a meaning in their lives. They know it's out there, and no one wants to trust
Yep.
anyone anymore.
Absolutely. And that ties into the last one, which is check in frequently. So you know somebody's passions, right? You're helping them connect the dots. You're consistent in building trust with them. Now it's not a one-time thing. You got to check in consistently. And the way we do that, right, is for us is a lot of texts, a lot, emails, it's a feedback culture. We need to give feedback to the people we're leading, and that's one way we can
No,
check in.
That provides the success. That's why I have meetings with you every single week, because even though I'm making my own list, I'm guiding myself, I'm able to be disciplined with it. I get off course, and it's those rapid trails that's going to take us from where we're going, just wherever we drift off to.
Absolutely.
So that's why meeting up with you weekly is imperative for me.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Those are the 4 C's for us that have been our foundation that work well. But we'd love your thoughts. Feel free to comment on this video. Let us know. Subscribe to the channel. We'd love that. So, till next time.